Welcome back. Okay, let's dive into this explainer. We are officially wrapping up Module 2, and man, what a journey it's been, right? You've absorbed a completely massive amount of technical knowledge, and now it's time to channel all of that brain power into your final practical assessment. We're going to get you fully prepared to absolutely crush this deliverable with confidence.
Here's our tactical study guide for today so you know exactly how to conquer this final project. We're going to bring Module 2 together, hunt for daily waste, look at some real work automation examples, walk through the 4 core assessment criteria, and finally talk about proving your design judgment. Let's get to it.
First up, bringing Module 2 together. Before we look ahead to the assessment itself, let's do a rapid synthesis of everything you've successfully conquered in the Builder Academy so far.
Just look at this list. You've covered some serious ground. We're talking app script fundamentals, using Google Sheets as a robust data layer, HTML service web apps, LLM integration patterns, prompt engineering, documentation, and working through that live Builder Academy case study. I mean, wow. You've built up the toolkit, and now? Now it's all about applying it.
And that brings us right to the big Module 2 deliverable. Your objective here is super clear. Build a functional app script project that solves a real problem in your actual role. This isn't just some hypothetical textbook exercise, you know? It's got to be a genuine automated workflow, a super efficient data process, or a really useful AI capability that just perfectly fits into your daily routine.
Let's move to Section 2, Hunting for Daily Waste, and see how this builds. Because to build something genuinely useful, you first need to pinpoint the exact right problem to solve. So I want you to put on your detective hat for a second. You are actively hunting for waste in your daily administrative processes. And when I say waste, what I really mean is anything that consumes your time, your effort, or your resources, but fundamentally does not create any real value for the end user. Like if you find yourself doing something super repetitive that requires a ton of manual copying and pasting between documents, well, that is pure waste, and it is the absolute perfect candidate to be completely automated.
So, honestly, look at your schedule for this week and ask yourself what feels like it shouldn't require a human. Think about those manual, recurring administrative chores that just drain your energy. You know that friction you feel? That's actually your next project idea waving a giant red flag, just waiting to be solved.
Number 3, real work automation examples. Because sometimes the absolute best way to spot waste is to see how other people have already eliminated it.
These are actual real-world examples built by AFHSD staff. We've got automated weekly progress emails sent directly to a caseload. We're talking form-to-spreadsheet routing that literally zeroes out manual data entry. There's AI-generated draft feedback on student work, and data dashboards that automatically flag at-risk indicators about anyone needing to pull a manual report. And this brilliantly illustrates how these tools completely eliminate all that tedious data entry. It frees up your brain for higher-level thinking.
All right, Section 4, the 4 assessment criteria. This is the absolute core of our study guide today. We're going to meticulously break down exactly what your reviewers want to see. Grab a pen, maybe take a screenshot, because this is your ultimate survival checklist. You've got 4 distinct criteria to pass. Step 1, it solves a real problem. Step 2, meaningful app script use. Step 3, documentation is included. And Step 4, a care evaluation for any AI outputs. Let's dig into each of these really quickly. Criterion 1. The project solves a real problem in your role. This is where all that hunting for daily waste pays off. Reviewers don't want to see a shiny app that doesn't actually help anyone. They want to see how you took a tedious, recurring task, like that heavy copy-pasting nightmare we talked about earlier, and transformed it into a real, tangible solution that legitimately makes your workday better.
Criterion 2, the project uses at least one app script service in a meaningful way. This right here is your technical requirement. You've learned how to use AppScript to talk to Sheets, Gmail, Docs, all of it. Your code actually needs to leverage those fundamentals to execute the automation you designed. You got to put the tools to work.
Moving to Criterion 3, which focuses on documentation. Look, you can't just write the code and then walk away, right? At an absolute minimum, you need a clear README file that explains what the project does and how to run it. But beyond that bare minimum, tossing in some inline comments to explain your logic, or maybe a quick handoff guide for future users, those are fantastic best practices that really show your professionalism.
And finally, Criterion 4, demonstrating care evaluation of any AI-generated outputs. This is absolutely crucial, guys. If your automation integrates an LLM or uses AI to spit out text or data, you cannot, I repeat, cannot blindly trust the output. You have to actively show that you evaluated those outputs using the CARE framework to make sure they're safe, accurate, and actually appropriate for your users.
Section 5. Proving your design judgment. Okay, so now you know the 4 criteria, but we really need to talk about the hidden weight of this whole rubric. This is how reviewers actually evaluate your work on a much deeper level.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive contrast here. It's the difference between your technical execution, like the literal code you write, and your judgment and design decisions, which is why you built it the way you did. You might be sitting there thinking the code is the end-all be-all, but actually, reviewers are evaluating your design judgment just as heavily. So, the crucial point is that your written description of the problem and how you explain your design decisions, that matters just as much as the code itself. Reviewers are looking for solid evidence of your judgment. Like, why did you pick this specific workflow? How does it actually address the waste you found? It's not just about typing out the right syntax, it's about architecting the right solution.
I'm going to leave you with this final guiding thought. Start with the most tedious recurring task in your current role. Seriously, go out there, become a detective in your own workflows, and build the tool that just completely eliminates that friction once and for all. You have the skills to pull this off. So take a hard look at your calendar right now. What is the one task you're going to automate out of existence tomorrow?